Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. I am Charlotte Emily Price and I have been very absent on YouTube the past few weeks, and that's something that I want to change in 2024. YouTube was my first true love when it comes to social media. I used to be absolutely obsessed with it and I still am. I've just sort of fallen off and been prioritising some of my other platforms. I don't want to do anymore. I want everything to have equal measures in my life, and like I just find YouTube such a nice outlet to talk to people and really like see another side of me that you don't in like 15-second clips on TikTok or in photos on Instagram or whatever. So yeah, anyway, that was a massive tangent. I feel like I haven't shown you my hair on here. I did have a vlog that I was going to put up of around like Christmas time, but I decided not to because I thought it was really boring and just, yeah, no one would want to see it. So here we are. There are going to be a lot more vlogs in 2024. They are my favourite videos to create because I feel like you can see like my everyday life, things that I'm loving, things I'm hating, what I'm going through. I love being like super open, honest, because I feel like that is what I didn't see online growing up. Sorry as well if my voice is a bit weird. I am still recovering from an illness and this is how I'm trying to get back into the flow of work and everything. I've just, yeah, been absolutely deceased from this illness. Online growing up, I never saw people talking about like their health issues when they're feeling down, their mental well-being, bad days as well as the good days. So that's what I try and do across all of my social media platforms. So yeah, if you want to check out any of my other ones, I've got an Instagram and a TikTok that are always down below. And yeah, today I just sort of wanted to like share some of my reflections. Yesterday was the first day of the year and me and Aiden were just like bound to the sofa. But we eventually plucked up some brain power to try and reflect on our year and write down some goals for 2024. It's literally my favourite time of the year to like set goals, although it does make me super anxious, especially because I've been really ill. It just heightened everything and made me realise that I can't like crack on and get on with life. Like on the 1st of January, I'm always like running around pumped, like excited to get on with stuff, decluttering, like getting my shit together, but I just physically couldn't because I was so ill. So that was a bit weird, and I think that was causing a lot of anxiety, and just change in general causes anxiety for me. So a new year does come with that, but yeah, I do love the fresh start theoretically of the new year. So yeah, I've got my papier diary. I got this for Christmas. Aiden actually got the matching one that's blue and green, and we wrote some of our goals and stuff in here. I think we did like, well, I did my January goals and then I've written my reflections in the other one. So yeah, I guess these are more like personal and obviously work more towards my yearly goals, which I'm about to share with you. Reflecting on 2023 for me, I feel like I nurtured my inner child more, which is something I've actually been reading about at the moment in this book. Real Talk by Tasha Bailey. I actually had her on my podcast and she's absolutely amazing. She is a therapist, but she also shares free therapy resources online, and now she's come out with her own book. I was reading this last night and it was talking about inner child, and I was like, that is something that I should be so proud of myself in 2023. Like I feel like I nurtured my inner child, did a lot more carefree things, and allowed myself to let out my like stupid side a little bit more in my everyday life, in activities, in doing things. And yeah, I just feel like that is what I needed to do for a long time. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself for that. 2023, I also managed to travel to a load of new places. I always have, like, as you'll see in a second, like my goals for the year is to visit 3 new places, whether they are within the country, out of the country, and I managed to tick off so many, and that's thanks to obviously my job as well, which I'm really grateful for. But yeah, we just managed to save up a shitload of money as well, which is something to be proud of, to then go and explore. We went to South Korea to see Aiden's brother, Vietnam. I managed to go on my first ever cruise through work, which is amazing. I did some work with Ibis in Switzerland. Me and Carrie went on our first like proper girls holiday together to Venice. And yeah, just I managed to see a lot of the world. Me and Aiden did like a little hiking, no phone, no signal retreat in March 2023 in Wales and Gloucestershire, and that was really fun. But yeah, I feel like I very much hit my travel bug in 2023, which is something that I've been wanting to do for ages. That's thanks to, I guess, saving money from previous years in a little pot. I learned to deal with my grief better in 2023, which I feel like is great. I've also got a book for that I'm just about to start reading. God, I've got a lot of book recommendations suddenly. This is called The Grief Recovery Handbook by John W. James and Russell Friedman. So that's what I'm going to be reading this year or this month. But yeah, I feel like grief, I'm getting the grips of grief and trying not to be harsh on myself. I feel like because I lost my granddad and everyone's like, that's a grandparent, like they're expected to pass, just your granddad, they're not like a parent, but like my grandparents were so prevalent in my life. I feel like it really fucking hit me hard. Like I'd see them every single day after school or before school, or you know, every single day pretty much of my life. So they were very much in my life as much as my parents, so that's why at least my granddad hit me so much. And it also just put into perspective like loss in general and like how I could lose anyone close to me in my life. And I feel like, yeah, it just sent me into a bit of a spiral. And that happened at the end of 2021. Yeah, the end of 2021, I think. Yeah, so this was my second Christmas without my granddad, and like it hurt a lot more in a way because everyone wasn't like crying and being super emotional. It was like everyone had almost forgotten. Obviously that's not the case, that's just everyone being able to progress in life and yeah, heal. But yeah, it just felt a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely got to grips a little bit more with the whole grief thing and acceptance of loss. And yeah, it's just real shit we have to go through this, but that is life, that is life. Other things from 2023, I feel like I set up my boundaries a lot more. I went through, I feel like I've spoken about this online before, but I've been through phases where I've said no to everything because I'm too anxious. Then I got out of that riddled with anxiety phase and started saying yes to everything, and then felt bad by saying no. So then I ended up being burnt out and really drained. And now I feel like I'm back to saying no again when I don't feel like it, when I'm not feeling myself, when I don't want to put myself in situations that make me uncomfortable and anxious. Obviously sometimes it's good to challenge those if it's actually going to benefit you in the long run, you know. Like I've got a talk this month at Cambridge University, and obviously I want to back out of that because I don't feel qualified to talk in that. But I know this is going to be such a massive pivotal moment for me in my career and in my menstrual wellness journey. So I'm obviously going to do it, you know. Like there's a difference between putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and you're gaining absolutely nothing out of it and you're making yourself feel worse, or putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, but that's a challenge and going to better your life in the long run. So yeah, I feel like I got better at setting boundaries, and that was really hard for me because I am a people pleaser and I think everyone expects me to say yes to everything or drop everything for them. And then suddenly when I started putting boundaries up, I think people were like, whoa, you've changed. And that was really hard for me. But I think once I'd explained to people that that is how I wanted to go moving forward and feeling like I not prioritise myself, I feel like those who actually get you, and those who don't, see you later, you know? I feel like I managed to rest a bit more and have like a better work-life balance, but now I've started getting back in the toxic mindset of like, I need to be productive 24/7 again, which is something that I'm trying to erase from my brain. I also got back into dance in 2023, which is so magical. Like I met Alana Gambrel, who runs dance box classes in London, and she absolutely changed my whole life. Like, not to be dramatic, she's changed like a part of my brain that was like registered into thinking that I wasn't good enough. And oh my god, I'm like fucking gonna cry. She reprogrammed a part of my brain that, yeah, thought I wasn't good enough, thought I was too big to dance, thought I couldn't dance just for joy and I had to be perfect and never make a mistake. And that is just so beautiful. So thank you, Alana. We're gonna continue that in 2024. I'm finding and gathering friends who are into that or wanting to work on their confidence, because she's absolutely amazing. So if you're in London, but she does retreats and things. If you aren't from London but want to come and do it, want to make it worth it rather than like a 2-hour dance pop-up class, she does like retreats that are like worth the whole weekend or whole day, which you can find on her website. I'm literally plugging her here, but she is the #1 individual that changed my life in 2023, so I can't thank her enough. But yeah, let's move on to 2024. 2023 is over and we're on to bigger and better things. So my top 5 motivations right now are to sort my chronic menstrual pain. This is what I've been working on for 13 years, almost 14 years. Please God, let's hope that I get my surgery this year and I will have pain-free periods, or at least know what the fuck is going on with my body. My second motivation is financial stability. With my job comes financial instability. It's just, yeah, so sporadic and random, and like people don't pay you on time and it's just a bit of a mess. So I would like some financial stability, and that's something I'm going to work on based purely on a passion of mine that I've been having for a while. So hopefully this year that will launch and that will bring in some steady income. Even if it's just like, I know that I'm getting £20 a month, I'm getting £20 a month. But if obviously that doesn't work, then I will obviously find another source of income, maybe not from being self-employed but being in some part-time employment, who knows. One of my other motivations is to better my future mobility and flexibility. So just movement that brings me joy, but gets my body moving and going throughout the day. Flexibility is like such a massive one for me, because I used to be super flexible with dancing all the time, and now I've lost that a little bit. So I'm just going to do more stretching, more yoga, more Pilates. But even if it's literally just getting up like a 10-minute stretch session every night, I feel like that is going to better my future self so much. I also want to see 3 new places. Like I said, that's always on my goals list of the year, and I want to learn Spanish along with that. It kind of coincides, because I feel like a lot of the places that I do visit speak Spanish, and I've been learning on Babbel at the moment, and it looks like a perfect place for a sponsor, so Babbel, maybe get in touch. But I've been using Babbel to learn Spanish. You can learn loads of other languages on there, and it's just super fun, interactive. You can do like listening, reading, writing, speaking, whatever way you learn best. They've got it on there, and there's loads of games and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment, and hoping to continue throughout 2024. I started that at the end of 2023, so that's sort of like a progressing goal. And then also my other motivation is quality time, making sure that when I'm seeing people that my phone is down, that I'm giving them my full attention, they're fully listening to me, we're actually connecting on a deeper level rather than just surface level shit. My actual goals, I've got financial goals, relationship goals, personal development, career and business, attitude and mindset, and health and fitness. Some of these I feel like overlap into a couple of categories, so let's just ignore that. But I'm going to try and be as open and honest as possible. So with finances, I want to start earning on my podcast, because currently I'm on season 3 and I haven't earned a single penny from it. It's just purely a passion project, so it'll be so nice to monetize that, which means I can put even more effort into it. If you didn't know, I have a podcast. It's called It's Your Life and This Is Mine, and I interview different people every single week, and we talk about deep stuff, happy stuff, lighthearted stuff, advice, things you don't know about, and it's just really fun and exciting. If you ever want to come on, please just message me. But yeah, I do really want to start earning on that. I guess that kind of comes in with career as well, but finances, I guess. Finances, like I said, stability, finding ways of bringing in a guaranteed income every month, look into pension schemes for being self-employed, because that's something I stupidly haven't done yet and like looked into properly. Keep saving for my ISA, which is like saving £200 a month in that. And then I've got like a salary goal, which is a little bit more private. Relationships, like I said, quality time, no phones. Only put in effort into people who reciprocate that effort. Obviously, I know everyone's busy in their adult lives. It might take a couple days to get back to you, but I just don't have time for people who are only there when you're like your best version of yourself, and like will only be there if you're only on a good vibe day. Like I just really hate that so much. So I only want to surround myself with people who reciprocate that same energy. And also relationships, I've kind of put, I guess this could be personal development too, but creative activities. Like when I meet up with people, like use that as an excuse to like do something fun and creative, and like unlock that inner child like I was talking about earlier. Personal development, I've got learning Spanish and exploring the world, seeing new places. Career and business, I've got continue traveling with work, because that's amazing. I get to travel and like hit those personal development goals, but also do that with work. Stay consistent on all platforms, because sometimes I find like I prioritize certain platforms over others, which is obviously like necessary because certain ones bring more income than others, but I kind of want to be consistent on all of them, you know. I feel like that is a good thing to strive for this year. And also work with 3 of my dream brands. I always have like a little goals list, but that's boring for you. Attitude and mindset, I've got journal daily. I pretty much did that most of last year, or majority of last year, but I just want to keep journaling daily. When you feel good, when you feel bad, when you feel angry, when you feel sad, like literally every emotion. Like it doesn't matter, you don't have to feel sad to journal. Just make sure you do a little thing every day, something that you're feeling, something in your body that doesn't feel right. What has someone said to you today, and how has that made you feel? Like, you know, like little things that are going to get you thinking and being more emotionally intelligent, you know, emotionally aware of who you are and what you want to be. Making sure that I work a healthy 8 hours. I have the tendency to work longer than that, so even if it's outside of the typical 9 to 5 bracket, like doing 8 hours that suits me, even if that's like 4 in the evening, 4 in the morning. Just making sure that I don't like overwork myself and like constantly stare at a screen, basically. Yeah, healthy rest work balance. Be comfortable with failure is something that I really need to work on, and that's something that's definitely been ingrained in me from a young age, I guess, from sports stuff and dance and things. But yeah, being comfortable with failure is something that I really want to work on, because I get really hard on myself. I also want to stop with any self-deprecating jokes, because I feel like that just under anything like that lies some sort of rooted belief about yourself, and I just think that's like horrible, you know. Like if you're like, oh, I'm sorry I look ugly today, and like you seem like you're joking, but you're like actually not, you it's like a deep rooted insecurity, and you're being horrible to yourself, and I don't want to be horrible to myself anymore. Okay, Final ones are increased health and fitness, which is increased flexibility, hit 10,000 steps a few times a week, keep up classes that are enjoyable, so I'm doing happy, joyous movement, less takeaways, more cooking, and more regular healthy meals, because sometimes I tend to skip breakfast and that's just not good. But yeah, those are my like sort of goals, reflections, everything for 2024. And I'd love to know what you guys have in store for 2024. Have you got big plans, small plans? Are you working on little things, or are you not doing resolutions at all? Like, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. I hope you're well. I hope you have the best 2024 you possibly can. And hopefully next time I'm here, I won't have this croaky voice and I will be in a lot better form. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week for a brand new video. Bye.